Hello there. Song number 3 is called Girls Like You by Robin Packalen from UMK23. Of course, we're almost halfway through the songs here in the Finnish selection for Eurovision, and we're off to a good start. Let's see if we'll keep it going. And I think strengths are definitely there in this one as well. It sounds quite professionally put together, I think. Um, like the other two songs, in all honesty, it's very loud. I think that's kind of just something that I've thought about. These songs are very in your face and very explosive production wise. And they're all a bit like similar in that sense. They're upbeat, kind of attempting to be some type of banger, I guess. Um, this one is a bit on the restrained side, I guess, because it's just reliant on this more like a disco kind of mood, because it's really flirting with these strings, and the bass is very prominent. Vocal hook is not really my thing. I just got to be honest. I don't really click with it, and I think the vocal tone of this is not really something that I usually click with. I think the strongest parts of the song are definitely the kind of bridges leading from the verse to the choruses, especially because the way they are being introduced, because I think from the verse leading into the bridge, it's a smooth transition, it's playful, they really just engage rhythmically leading into the bridge every time, because the vocal rhythm here is also really, really tangible, and I get really hooked by it. So they really just, they achieve the want or need to kind of grasp my attention, at least as an audience, and I hope many other audiences as well, to just, because that's a section where I just get dragged into it. I want to know where we're continuously going, and I get really invested into it. And then the hook is kind of a little bit of a letdown for me personally. I don't think it's melodically too interesting, and I think it's a bit on the kind of just mellow side of things, when everything is kind of building so rhythmically engaging, and I get really hooked by it, and I just want the energy to keep going. I want the instrumental to keep being more playful as we go along. And then the hook feels a bit mellow, a bit like, do you say lukewarm? Middle of the road kind of thing. I never really pay attention to lyrics, but it's not my type of lyrics either. I think they're a bit off-putting in a sense, and I mean, it just doesn't really come across that well when I have a melody that I can't really get behind either. So we'll leave that where it is. It might just be a subjective thing, but I think there are strengths within the song, but it's definitely not my favorite in the selection, because I don't think that it has kind of the same impact as the other two songs that I've heard so far. I think those are more energetic and more interesting. Even though that I like parts of the song, I also find more parts in this song that I don't really click with than I've done in the other two songs. Still, however, I think it's a well put together song. I think it sounds pretty great, like well produced, well performed, like vocal wise, I think. Even though the vocal hook is a bit on the kind of nasal sounding way, it's not really just that too much of an issue for me. I think it sounds well within the backing track as well. I think the instruments are layered very nicely. There's a lot of playfulness within this song, just like there has been in the other ones. And I like the vocal layering that they do in the verses. Maybe a little bit of overdoing it in the second verse there, because they did it on every line and just at random parts of the song. I liked it the first two times, and then they kind of just dropped me there. But just, these small details, they can do so much for a song, and I think they do here. And I think it's all just kind of comes down to subjective taste of music with this one, honestly. I think it's well put together, and there's no real issues with it. It's just that I prefer the other two songs, simple as that. But maybe this is your favorite, so do tell me in the comments if it is. Looking forward to just keep listening to these songs, in all honesty. We're gonna listen to the fourth one next. I don't know which one that is, but I hope to see you in that video too, of course. Have a good one until then. Bye-bye.